Andros?
I think, Spurs fans are getting excited because we've never seen Spurs do business in June. Daniel Levy, the master negotiator, normally leaves it to deadline day. So I think Conte has got his way. He wants players in. He wants players in now. If you don't get players in, I'm leaving. So he's got top class players in. And I slightly agree with Dean Saunders. I think in a normal season, Tottenham have bridged the gap. They've got closer to the Liverpools and Man Cities. But then you just got to look at Man City and what they've done already, bringing in Erling Haaland. It's just I don't see how any team can keep up with that and can bridge the gap when they've signed one of the best young strikers in the world. So yeah, I think Tottenham have got closer, but City have just got further away again.
Yeah. You just said there 3 or 4 seasons before Spurs could be potentially challenging for something. Andros, what do you think?
I don't think they've got that time. Is Jamie, do you think Conte is going to wait 3 or 4 seasons before he's challenging for a title, or does he want it now? Does he want it next season? Harry Kane, does he want it now? Does he want it next season?
Yeah, I think I agree with you. You know that, but that's what we've got to do. We've got to try and make sure that they're happy by challenging for something else, like an FA Cup or a Carabao Cup, or having a long stint in the Champions League. To win a title, over 38 games, when you've got to play Man City and Liverpool, who will get you probably they're guaranteed to get over 95 points every season. I just don't think we're anywhere near that, and it's so hard to keep up with that sort of level. But I think if you look at Jurgen Klopp when he came in, if you look when he first came in, what was it, 3 or 4 seasons before they really started challenging and winning things, they were patient with it and they made sure that they kept him. Antonio Conte's got to stay somewhere for a long period of time eventually. He can't just keep changing and do a couple of seasons, win a title and move on.
Why? It works.
Well, because you've got to be settled, I think, as well as a manager and try and build something. And how I think the greatest achievement Antonio Conte could do is build a team at Tottenham and win a title with Tottenham. Imagine if he'd done that. I mean, that's an unbelievable feat. He's won the Premier League. He's won the Italian League. So why don't he stay somewhere for a little bit of time, build a squad of players, and do something that no one else has done?
In 3 or 4 seasons, Harry Kane's going to be, 31 or something like that. And I'm sure he's going to be amazing even at 31. But does the cycle start to come to an end in 3 or 4 seasons with those players?
Yeah, and I think these players, they already had that cycle. Jamie mentioned Jurgen Klopp, and Spurs have already been through that with Pochettino. They had that 4 or 5 year cycle where they came from nothing and they were at the pinnacle. They were in the Champions League final. I was at that game, and I think unfortunately, obviously mistakes were made. The manager wasn't back then. I think if they had made these signings back then, they would be challenging for the title. But unfortunately, it didn't happen. And now they're trying to get back to where they were 2 or 3 years ago with Pochettino. And like you said, Harry Kane, the top players are not going to wait 3 or 4 years. So it may have to be, like Jamie said, a Carabao Cup, the Champions League, which is obviously going to be tough, the FA Cup, and keep these players happy by winning trophies that way.